give a shout out to the road commissioner and the road crew and the snowplow contractor, because I think they did a absolutely marvelous job here with handling this epic storm, or the blizzard of 2013 as we will come to know it. So I think it was a great job done, and I think all you had to do was drive the roads in Waterboro and go to some of the adjoining towns. You'd find out real quick what kind of job was done. So kudos to all involved. We have no appointments tonight. Hearing a delegation. Doug, step to the mic.
You know, since 1974, when I first started working for the town, this is just too emotional. Busybodies. We got too many busybodies in this town. I've donated every dollar I took in this town.
All right, moving along. Correspondence for the week. Treasurer's Weekly Financial Reports. There's a letter from CPRC, Commercial Paving Recycling, relative to the new waste disposal laws and rates. Letter from the Maine DOT, the Radar Speed Trail Loaner Program, which we probably need to, I think we've got until February 28th to make a request of getting the radar trailer to help with some of the speed control in town.
I do know that just on that, we have gotten that trailer before. The problem with it is that they require that you take it in every night. So you have to have somebody that's willing to go put it out first thing in the morning and bring it in every night. And they found that there were so many restrictions and they had so many issues using it, it really wasn't necessarily worth bringing into town.
Okay.
And you had to make the transportation to bring it in and the transportation to go to the next town too.
Now, did they find that there was no speeders at night? Is that why they didn't need it?
DOT, I believe, is concerned about vandalism. Oh, you have to lock it. It has to be secured in place, and but yeah.
The sheriff's department has one of the unit. Okay, there's a letter here from U.S. Senator King. Also, public hearing notice to receive comment on the public infrastructure grant for the application for the CDBG to partially fund water main extension to Waterboro Elementary School. That public hearing will take place next Tuesday night here. Reports of staff and initiatives. Got no other reports other than Selectmen and Town Administrator. So, anything from the board? Tammy?
Just real quick, Budget Committee met last Wednesday night and approved the budget that the commissioners put forward, and sent the transmittal letter and a copy of the budget to the commissioners, and our work for this year is done.
Okay. Anything else, Gordon? Nothing. No? Dave? John?
Oh, just
Oh.
one more thing. Sunday, my girls and I were out trying to dig out the 5-foot bank at the end of the driveway. And some very nice gentleman saw the three of us out there and stopped with his plow truck and plowed us out, and then just left with a wave. And I don't know who he was, but you know, it's really nice to live in a community where somebody's willing to stop and help and not expect anything in return. So if that gentleman is watching, and the 3 young ladies that you helped at on Chebwin Ridge Road very much appreciated the assistance.
Nancy?
You know, I think we're all busy with doing the same thing, the budget, and the warrant is all ready to have the new figures put into it.
Okay. All right, moving into new business, really kind of a reiteration of old business, but the new business is that we have been requested by certain property owners that they would like us to review the lot 11 on tax map 25 to possibly becoming part of the village zone. This was property that we had originally asked the planning board to take a look at when we did the request from JD's. And there is some history associated with what's going on here. I think Nancy, you put together this chronology of what happened. So started back in 2010, and the last bit of information was October 2011. It looks like we can't draw a conclusion from that. So I would ask that we move forward with a request again to the planning board and get them to make a recommendation of whether or not we are going to add additional properties, because there was more than this property that was requested. So we need, I guess we need a final disposition from the planning board so that the board can go forward with either a yea or nay. So, any comments to the that as well?
I think that's a great idea.
John?
That whole thing was supposed to be done according to a particular plan rather than lot by lot, you know. So I thought we had a recommendation to make a zoning change according to some logical scheme.
Well, there was a request. We had followed on with a request to look at the whole village area,
Yep.
right, in that particular end of town, and see if there were any other lots that should be changed. I'm not sure that it went much further than a bunch of workshops in discussing it, so
It
Okay.
kind of looks like it went.
I'm not sure that we have any
Okay, so-
final recommendation
There
from.
was no action taken on it.
The only action was on the one lot,
Yeah, yeah,
and we took that rather than tie him up.
okay,
We
Yeah,
made the
right.
change,
I remember.
and they were supposed to have taken care of the rest of it.
Yeah,
Wasn't that, if I recall correctly, it was that some of the 2020 members were in the meeting as well, and where we sort of left it was that as the 2020 committee was doing their work on the village planning and whatnot, then when that was all done, they were going to come back to us with a recommendation for the area. And I think that's kind of where it got left, was let the 2020 do their work on the village planning, and then we would look at it.
Yeah, and see, as far as I can go to find anything is that last workshop.
Yep.
And that was when it was met with the 2020 and
Yep.
the planning board, so.
So I think we were waiting for,
Yeah, and I
something
think
like this.
they have put together enough stuff so that at least I think that a reasonable decision could be made, should or shouldn't we change some of these lots.
so does that need a motion to send it on to the planning board, or is that just done?
I would, you can make a motion if you'd like, but I think that we will make that,
If it's done, it's done. Done.
make that request from us to Tina, and so that'll be an action item for tonight, so. Okay? Oh, moving along, old business, budget workshop dates, we're gonna convene here later this evening a workshop to talk the next few departments. I'm not sure what you want to do after that. We've got to be done by the end of this month, correct? An hour. part to give to the finance committee?
No, it was yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. I was thinking it was the end of the month.
Day late and a dollar short.
Right, so I think we need to make a, well, we don't know what's gonna happen at the state level.
No, still,
So I think we need to,
I think when we're talking about having developing a budget with no losses of revenues than what we're getting, what we expect this year, and then coming up with a contingency budget with a loss of revenues, and we need to sit down and say, okay, at what loss? And pick a number, and then create an alternative budget, a budget B.
so is it reasonable to believe that we can get through, we've got Parks and Rec here, which is the last big chunk of it. The rest of it is,
You just say Parks and Rec and big in the same.
last
chunk.
last chunk. And then, once we've got that, I think the rest of it is pretty straightforward. We could at least pass it on to, Finance Committee from that point.
And then do our Plan B.
I think there will be a Plan B, maybe a C, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure they're gonna be any closer to resolving things up there than 2 months to 3 months from now than they are now, so. All right. Other business tonight, warrants and bills for payroll, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Minutes of the February 5th regular meeting,
So moved.
Second.
any discussion? All those in favor? Pending decisions remain the same. Just a quick update on the boards and committee status, which is item 3. Still looking for more members of the Old Home Days Committee and the Community Garden Committee, Fair and Hearing Committee. We have 2 vacancies. Zoning Board of Appeals 1, Finance Committee 1, Planning Board 1, Parks and Rec 4 vacancies, Conservation Commission 1, hiring panel 4, although the hiring panel will change, EDC 7, and the Public Safety Committee 5. And then Economic Development Forum and the implementation of town charter changes effective July 1. Week's action list, I think the only business that we took tonight is we do need a letter to the planning, from the board to the planning board requesting a final disposition of the additional lots that may be included in the village zone. Specifically,
Go ahead.
specifically this lot that was requested now, right? Go ahead, David.
Are you and Tammy both gonna be gone next week?
Yes.
So there'll be 3 of us. Should we vote for a chair next week, or can we do it tonight? Or?
That'll be the first item on next week's agenda.
Okay.
Yep,
Next week is the public hearing, correct?
that's correct. All right, anything else on next week's agenda? We have the public hearing for the Community Development Block Grant.
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
this?
John has got the piece of the implementation of the town charter, the Finance Committee, Budget Committee recommendations. I think he's got that now rendered to
And I guess,
writing, so,
I guess the question would be here, is I sent this to everybody and got a copy for you now. If you've got enough information on it to say, in essence, it's endorsed and, or do you want to take another week to look through the hard copy and bring it up next week? But there's only 3 people here next week, so this was developed. I wrote it, but it was developed with Jim Carl and
Diane.
Diane and Todd Abbott.
I would say let's put it on the, agenda. We're gonna, with two of us missing next week, I think, probably we're gonna default to the 26th. And we'll have, I think, a couple of other actions to take on the 26th as well.
And there's one other thing that I just wanted to bring up there too, under the implementation of the town charter. We have a whole process of job description for the town administrator, the new job description of the town administrator, and then advertisements and interviews and things like that. That takes a long time. We need to get going on it.
Yep. And I think based on the conversation that I had today and whatnot, we should have something that we can start presenting in writing, and even though I will not be here, I can at least send that out to everybody. So, all right. Items needing signature, I think, is only the warrants and bills for payroll and the minutes. Quickly, the reminders, February 14th, Thursday, the Old Home Days Committee will be celebrating Valentine's Day at the Town Hall at 6:30. Also, the Finance Committee will have a little session as well at the Old Town Hall at 7 p.m. Monday the 18th, the 12-town group will be here. I think Tammy Jo asked if someone could
Yeah, somebody needs to cover that.
cover for her.
I'm not available.
Can you be here Monday night, John, for the 12-town group?
This is next,
This coming Monday?
Monday?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
If not, I'll let John know so they can make arrangements to have it in
I'll
Alfred.
plan on being here.
Okay.
Tuesday night, Selectmen's meeting will be here, Transfer Station Manager, Transfer Station Recycling Committee, and the Eco Maine rep will be reporting. Wednesday, the 20th, Community Garden Committee meeting in the Old Town Hall. Planning Board workshop is here in this room at 7 p.m. next Wednesday. Is this right? Oh, this is double?
We have the meeting at 6 and then we're holding the
Okay.
workshop at 7.
Workshop at 7, all right. Cribbage Tournament, 8:30 a.m. Saturday, February 23rd, the Old Town Hall. The York County Advocacy Group that was scheduled for last Saturday has now been moved to February 23rd, and that'll be at the York County Government Building at 10 a.m. Then Transfer Station Recycling Committee will be Monday night, the 25th, 6:30 p.m., the Old Town Hall. And 2 weeks from tonight, Selectmen's meeting reporting will be Librarian, Library Board of Trustees, and the Friends of the Waterboro Public Library. All of that being said, if there's no other business, I would move that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? And we will now convene a workshop